Look at the current standings in the Saudi Pro League, and you'll find Al-Nassr sitting comfortably at the top. They are the overwhelming favorites, a squad stacked with international talent and built to dominate possession. On the other side of the pitch is Al Najma. They are fighting for survival at the very bottom of the table, bringing the heavy title of massive underdogs into a stadium packed with opposing fans. The historical context here leaves little room for imagination. Just weeks prior, when these two sides met in the reverse fixture, Al-Nasr effortlessly dismantled Al Najma with a 5-0 victory. Add to that reality a major tactical boost. Cristiano Ronaldo returns to the starting lineup tonight after recovering from a hamstring injury. Every mathematical probability and recent historical indicator pointed in one direction. With the league leaders at home facing the bottom-ranked defense and welcoming their most prolific scorer, the crowd expected a routine, high-scoring sweep. But Al Najma arrived with a strict survival plan. This top-down tactical view illustrates what is known as a low block, a strategy where a team abandons high pressing and instead forms two tight parallel lines of defense deep inside their own penalty box, completely suffocating the space near the goal. Early on, Al-Nasr fell directly into the trap. Unable to penetrate the dense center, they resorted to slow, predictable passing, moving the ball in a U-shape around the perimeter of the defensive block without applying any real pressure. That predictable rhythm created a false sense of security. Deep in their own half, Al Najma forced a turnover. Cardoso immediately committed the Al-Nassr defense and threaded a perfect line-breaking pass forward. With a clinical first-time finish, Rakin Alai put the ball in the back of the net. Less than halfway through the match, the bottom-table underdogs took a 1-0 lead. A stadium expecting a coronation was suddenly stunned into silence. When an underdog scores first against a league leader, it destabilizes the entire tactical geometry of the game, forcing the favorite to attack with desperation rather than precision. Al-Nassr realized quickly that continuing to pass straight into the middle of a park defense is a mathematical dead end. They needed to change the shape of the pitch. The solution relied entirely on the wide areas. They deployed overlapping fullbacks, pushing high up the sidelines. This forces the defensive block to widen. Stretching the defense horizontally creates a vertical reaction, opening new, exploitable gaps inside the penalty box. That specific tactical adjustment yielded an immediate result. Deep into first-half stoppage time, a cross finds Abdallah Al-Hamdan in the newly created space, and he sweeps it home, equalizing seconds before the halftime whistle erases the underdog's leverage entirely. Al Najma went into the locker room having spent 45 minutes defending a lead, only to emerge with nothing to show for the exhaustion. The second half opened with pure chaos. A congested scramble at the far post leads to a controversial handball, and the referee points straight to the spot. Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up to take the penalty. The pressure here is entirely asymmetrical. Converting secures the lead for a team chasing a championship, while missing offers a psychological lifeline to the opponent. Watch his biomechanics. He uses that familiar, measured stride. Zero hesitation in his run-up, telegraphing absolute certainty to the goalkeeper. This 3D representation tracks the strike itself. The ball is driven hard and low, angled perfectly away from the goalkeeper's dive and into the bottom corner. By converting that penalty to make it 3-2, Ronaldo shattered Al Najma's momentum and reclaimed total psychological control of the match. With the lead secured, Al-Nasr returned to total offensive fluidity. They began moving the ball with speed, eventually sliding a sharp, incisive pass directly to Ronaldo inside the box. He applies a clinical finish, but the celebration is cut short. The assistant referee immediately raises the flag for offside. To understand why it was overturned, watch this tactical view. Freezing the exact moment of the pass, we draw a strict line across the last defender. Notice the attacker shifts his weight, holding momentum to remain perfectly parallel. The VAR check confirms it. His positioning was completely legal, the offside call is overturned, and the goal officially brings the score to 4-2. This is what defines elite spatial intelligence. Physical speed and shot power capture the highlights, but knowing exactly where to stand and when to hold your run by a single inch is an equally lethal weapon. By the 90th minute, the reality of chasing a game against a possession-heavy team sets in. The Al Najma defense was physically drained and mentally exhausted, their strict structure completely dismantled. Sadio Mané capitalized on that total fatigue, arriving unmarked at the far post to easily sweep home a final cross, cementing a 5-2 victory. The final whistle locked in a harsh statistical reality. Al-Nasser has now scored 10 goals against Al Najma over the course of just 2 matches. But dismissing this as a routine blowout ignores the first half. This match forced a title-contending squad to endure a severe stress test of their tactical adaptability. A disciplined lower-tier team can absolutely orchestrate a perfect temporary ambush. But surviving a 90-minute war of attrition against an offense constantly adjusting the width of the pitch and attacking with the relentless spatial intelligence of Cristiano Ronaldo proves virtually impossible.